Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers. You're looking at a snapshot of some footage I took of the night sky and what appears to be a grid network in the sky. I captured this completely by accident while filming stars, and I was doing this at the same time as taking some time exposure snapshots. The night was very, very clear, and I went out to see what I could see, and was very, very surprised to see this in a few seconds of some footage. So I'll let that run now for you, and you can watch it in a normal speed, and then I'm going to play it at a slower speed and with some the graphics enhanced a little bit, and we'll have another look at what other people are saying about these grid lines in the sky. And here are some snapshots of that footage, enhanced in various ways, just to see if I can bring out the grid lines a little bit better. This one is as I was zooming in on the star, so you can still see the line there. And here's a photograph of the patch of sky that I was videoing just now, so you can see there are no obstructions. I've deliberately chosen a place with a clear, unobstructed view of the sky. And just to give some technical information, one thing I did differently with this particular shot is I'd taken the shutter speed down to about 6, the lowest it could go, and just to try and get as much exposure as I could. The focus was at its maximum. I'd set that manually, and it was recording at 50 frames per second. So hopefully this information will help others try to capture this. And here are some of the snapshots I was taking with the other camera. These were time exposure shots between 30 and 60 seconds with an ISO between 200 and 400, and the aperture setting, or the f-stop setting, at about 5.6, I think, the lowest I could get for that particular setting. This shot is the longest time exposure I took that night, looking at precisely the same patch of sky as we saw the grid lines, but obviously nothing to be seen in that particular image. And here are a couple more very interesting shots with what I presume to be light pollution from possibly a nearby street light. These were taken from my balcony, but it's quite a curiosity, the colours you get. So let's have a look at what other people are saying. A quick Google search took me to people recounting experiences on LSD, and saying how they had also seen grid lines in the sky. Some people saying they see hexagonal shapes, and others mentioning similar things to what I've seen here. We have a discussion on about top secret as well. I see lines in the sky, magnetic grid, and this is my first assumption as well, that what we're seeing is possibly ley lines, or these magnetic lines And by all accounts, this is something that some people are able to see with their own eyes. Maybe they tuned into it when they were younger, or they had a trip, and since that trip they've always been able to see them. But it seems common that they occur during the twilight hours. And the accounts by people that claim to see these lines are of seeing them just for a few seconds, often by chance. I do like the idea that they are ley lines, which animals use to migrate, find their way around, but kind of looks like a dome or a tunnel kind of effect. Not sure what to make of that. Obviously, perspective is something that is worth taking into consideration as well. But now, obviously, I'm not discounting the possibility that this is a technical issue or an artifact which can occur with digital videography like this, especially at night. But from what I can see so far, the lines appear to be something that was actually there. And here's what I thought was rather a curious response on a forum dedicated to helping people work out certain issues with digital photography. This person had seen a similar thing when photographing a patch of sky. Asked the question, is basically assuming that it was some kind of technical issue, but the post got closed down by the moderator. They deemed it inappropriate and not to do with the forum content, but having looked at the rules and regulations, this was what the person thought was a technical issue, but the moderator seemed to think otherwise and didn't want to indulge in the subject, it seems. So there you go. Very, very interesting, curiouser and curiouser as we go down the rabbit hole. I'll just leave you with that footage one more time and bid you farewell until the next time. And of course, I will be trying in the meantime to get more of this footage. Let's see if it can be reproduced, and it would be great to see if anyone else can capture this. Thank you very much.